My name is Daniel Power, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the filmmaking process. Films play a huge part of my life. I've been watching them since I was little. I've been making them for the last couple of years, and they just always really interested me, and I hope after this speech they will interest you too. First and foremost, the most important part of the filmmaking process, according to filmmaking.com, is the brainstorming process. This is when you come up with your ideas, your theme, your characters, your setting, your plot. You figure out who's going to play who, what actor's going to play who, what the story is going to be about, how each character is going to be portrayed, and the setting of the story. The first thing you have to do is make a script. The script is generally usually the hardest part of the movie to make. You have to write it down, what each character says about each character, how each character is going to be portrayed, what each character's goal in the story is. And then from there, when you've done the script, you have to set out to find actors who's going to play who. When you've done that, it becomes the time to make the movie. When you make the movie, you make it one of these. It's a camera, and you just film. You go on location. You set a date, a time, a place where everyone, the actors, the producers, the directors, are all going to meet. And when they all meet there is when you start filming. You film, and you carry out your plot, your setting, all that. And when you've done that, when you've done all the filming, you store it on this card right here. This card is what you stick into your computer. You stick it in your computer, all the video is uploaded onto your computer, and that's when you begin the editing process, which is the third part of the filmmaking process. The editing process is usually the longest and the most time-consuming process. It's when you can edit with Windows Movie Maker or iMovie, and that's when you can edit visually or you can edit the sound. Visual editing is when you cut the scenes together and you create a storyboard from the beginning to the middle to the end. Beginning, the middle, and the end, that is the basis of the whole story, right? And from there, you cut the scenes where each one's going to be. And the sound editing process is when you put the music into the movie, or like the voiceovers in the movie, or anything like that. And music plays a huge part of the movie. It's almost as big as the movie itself. So the music can, it makes the tone of the movie and it creates the theme of the movie. From there becomes one of the hardest parts of the movie making process is producing it. You put it on a DVD, and if you want to become big, you want it to be more than just a little independent movie for your own viewing pleasure, you gotta produce it and you gotta market it to other. Usually a lot of people send it to like festivals, like Tribeca Film Festival or Sundance Film Festival, and you send it to the different festivals. And when you send it to the festivals, they have a group of advisors or board members that look over the film and decide if it's good enough to be in the film festival. And if you make it to the film festival, that's when they call it the big time. When you get to the film festival, that's when you start making money off your films. If they all accept it and you make the film festival, then you usually considered, a filmmaker, quote unquote. And when you're a filmmaker, that's when you start making the money and you get more leniency to the movies you make. But the film industry is in a really bad spot right now, and a lot of people make films, but they don't get them promoted or made. Promoted or created by a studio. So it's kind of hard to make it in the film industry right now, but a lot of people still do it as hobbies, and it's still one of my hobbies. And I really hope this speech, influences you guys to like movies, and because they're a huge part of my life, and I hope they're now a big part of yours.